time for Give Me the Headlines, presented by Hyundai. Jacksonville beats the Colts. What's the headline for this game, Chris?
You know, there's that saying, rags to riches. This one's jags to riches.
Boys ever. No way is it ever. Nicely done. The headline king is back. Liam Cohen would like that. You don't want to get on his bad side. So this is a smart headline from you.
He's chippy for sure. And yeah, Jacksonville yesterday, I think the cool thing about their game and what they did, they fought some adversity. That was the big thing.
It wasn't pretty to start out.
It wasn't pretty. They played well. They made some self-inflicted mistakes. I mean, that's all there is to it. You know, they get down 3-0. They drive down the field. You go, oh, the Jacksonville looks just like they always do. Here they go. And the hook and ladder play that we saw the 49ers do.
I feel like we saw three of them.
I think there was four of them yesterday.
Every game I watched, when it came down to crunch time, I'm like, hook and ladder again.
Hook and ladder. So they run the little under route, and then ATN's coming out of the backfield, and they toss it to him, and he drops the toss. And the Colts go on a long drive and go down and score a touchdown and go up 10-0 right there. So, yeah, it wasn't easy, even though you felt like the Jaguars are playing good. They just have had a few mistakes.
Sure.
And then we had a Trevor Lawrence interception in the end zone, right? Which was like the first time in a while where we went, man, that was not the best decision by Trevor. It was a one-on-one throw. He just didn't throw a good throw. Right. It's about a month.
Yeah.
Right. But still, didn't deter them. They hung in there. And as we know, the Colts offense, solid but not real explosive, and a little work there. That damn Jaguars defense, I do think, is good. And when it was all said and done, the Jaguars they were the better football team and can consistently move the ball in the second half of the game.
7-game winning streak. That's the second longest in a season in team history. They won 11 in a row in 99. That was a crazy year. Trevor Lawrence, 2 more touchdown runs. He's got a career-high 9 this year. That's been a difference maker for them this season, is him using his legs, especially in the red area, because whenever I watch him run in for a touchdown, the defense never looks ready for it. They're like, oh, we forgot he runs.
He can do that.
Yes.
And this coach will have some quarterback draws and quarterback design runs.
Right.
I feel like Trevor Lawrence, like Justin Herbert, took the game into their own hands more this year, where it's like, okay, here's the play, but the play doesn't always work, as we know. And the best quarterbacks in the game right now, when the play doesn't work, they still find a way to make it work, right? You might want to, like, imposing your will on the game, right? That, like, Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence, I think, made more strides in that area than any two quarterbacks in the league this year. And Trevor has done that, whether it's buying time to make a throw and scramble, the quarterback design runs you talk about. He's been damn good with that, and he's a threat down there, like you said. I mean, he's big. He can move. But, you know, they get that. They let up a big kick return at one point. They got stopped on a 4th and 1 down in field goal range, and that's maybe one thing I complain about the Jaguars is that they're a little bit go for it every time type of team, it seems like. But regardless, you know, fighting some adversity, get a big win on the road, and they continue to stay hot.
All right, for Jacksonville, they clinched the AFC South Week 18 with a win versus the Titans or a Houston loss versus the Colts. They clinched the number 1 seed with a win versus Tennessee, a Denver loss against the Chargers, and a New England loss against Miami. So unlikely, but not mathematically impossible for the Colts. 6 straight loss since starting the season, 8-2. Sauce Gardner left this game again with that calf injury. Yeah. It's just kind of been a nightmare second half of the year for Indy, and
I feel bad for them.
I do too. It's going to be interesting to see what they do this offseason. Our next one,
but you know, on that too, like the Jags though they're going to be one of these teams where you're going to go, what are they going to do this week, right? What are they going to do? What do you really want to play with an unlikely chance? I know.
Well, you have to play because you can't assume Houston's going to lose to the Colts. So you have to play to win the division. Division on the line, you have to play to win the division.
You're right.
I know it's like
no,
I just did the whole get to the playoffs healthy thing.
No.
You got to play to win your division.
You play to win your division to have the home playoff game. That's more important than the other stuff we talked about. So agree with you there all the way. Totally agree with you. I forgot about that aspect about the Houston can still win the division.
Well, what's the timing of the games actually? That's what I need to.
Are
they at the same time?
At the same time on Sunday.
Okay, so they're not going to be looking up at the jumbotron in the second half and be like, "All right, get out of there."
They're not going to know. Exactly right.
Yeah. So, which is how the NFL probably prefers this. All right, the Texans, they beat the Chargers 20-16. What's the headline here, Chris?
Oh gosh, hold on. I forgot this one. Oh, Bulls on parade. Yeah, we got wild bulls running through the streets of LA. But the Texans again, to me, are a team I always say watch out for. You saw how dominant their defense could be, right? The only thing I worry about with the Houston Texans a little bit is just that penalties. That's really the sloppiness, whether it's being too over-aggressive on the defensive side of the ball and personal fouls or hitting after the whistle or maybe a pass interference. And then offensively, it just can be that way too. Illegal formations, they mess something up. Oh, somebody ran the wrong route. It's just not clean. But again, you see the potential of the Houston Texans. You do. And that defense against Justin Herbert and that Chargers offensive line, man, I felt bad for Justin Herbert. He had some plays where it was like, you got no chance to do anything right there. This is a 20-16 game where it felt like the Texans should have been up by more early on in the football game, and the Chargers did a really good job of hanging in there, making it close. And, of course, them missing the extra point after that last touchdown was a big blow to their chances to winning the football game or tying the football game.
Yeah, Justin Herbert in this one went under pressure. He was under pressure on 20 dropbacks. And he only completed 6 of 12 passes. It was just he was sacked 5 times.
Houston could do everything on defense. This is where they're going to be hard, and this is where Houston, again, is they're pretty patient with the run, and they've been able to run the ball okay to where you have to respect it. If they can just get these 2 rookies to continue to play like we're seeing a little bit, just show up a little here and there, right? The 2 Iowa State guys, they get them going. We know Nico's real. And Christian Kirk will have his moments, but those little added pieces to the offense, you go, that's where they could be really dangerous. But big win for them on the road. Good to see them in the playoffs. I want them in the playoffs. They're made for playoff football. And be another team here. They get in and most likely are going to be going on the road to one of these AFC North football teams right now, right?
Most likely. 8-game winning streak. That's the longest active one in the NFL. Like you said, Chris, they clinched a playoff berth. That's for the 3rd straight season. They clinched the AFC South Week 18, of course, if they win against the Colts, but they need Jacksonville to lose the unlikely game against Tennessee. And the Chargers are locked into a wild card spot. Feels like they've been limping into that wild card spot with all their offensive line injuries. But they won a lot of games the previous weeks where it's like, they grinded their way there.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be an easy out for anybody.
They're definitely not. I mean, they're well coached, and that quarterback and that secondary, as we know, it's hard to throw the ball on them. So they're not going to be fun to watch. But yeah, Houston, physical football team, as physical as it gets in football, to the point where I'm sure they would like to rest. But I think, like you talked about, the division thing is too real, and they got to win their football game just in case Jacksonville loses and they can have a home game. But, the big thing with Houston is you want to stay, if you are there, you want to stay at 5. Because I would certainly rather play Baltimore or Pittsburgh rather than having to go on the road to play Jacksonville. That would not be the pick I want there. So that's where you see Houston's going to be playing this week.
That was Give Me the Headlines presented by Hyundai. We're taking one more break. When we're back, we're finishing up the rest of the Week 17 slate after this.
Yo, thanks for watching, homies. We are now in the NFL season here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, game recaps, film deep dives, and much, much more.
Thanks again for watching. Subscribe, rate, review. Peace out. You know where to find us.